Hello, online crew. How are you today? I hope you're having an awesome day, whatever part of the world you are tuning in from and whatever part of the day it is for you. Today, I'm talking about the number one mistake that people make with personal branding. So this is a really important live for you to listen to. If you're brand new and you don't know much about personal branding, you've heard a little bit about it and maybe it's a good idea, or you've started to brand yourself, but you're not really sure whether you're doing a very good job. So, or whether you're doing all the things that you should. So this live is going to help you, hopefully, have a think about what you should concentrate on in relation to your personal branding. To me, in my journey in the online world and the successes that I've had from that have all stemmed from how I brand myself online. So this will either speed up or slow down your results. Hang on, I've just got to get rid of that so that doesn't keep doing that. So this can speed up or slow down your results, the way you show up online, the way you brand yourself online. It's one of my things. It fits with my theme of being a human before a marketer. Is when you brand yourself a certain way, you know who you're helping and what you're helping them with, all of those things. So this is the foundation for any one of you that are building a business online, is how you brand yourself. For so many reasons that hopefully you're already aware of. But if you're not, just a really quick recap. When we're in this industry of home-based business, direct selling, social selling, all the things, more often than not, you didn't create the thing you're selling. Is that true for you? If it is, put that in the comments, that you didn't create the thing that you're selling. So it's attached to another company or a distributor, or you've got the rights to sell a product or a service or something like that, but you didn't create it. It's not yours. It's not trademarked. It's not your thing. So is that true for you? If that is true for you, then the personal branding piece is ultra, ultra, ultra important for you, because when there's potentially hundreds of thousands of people selling the same thing as you are, what makes you stand out from the crowd on social media? What makes people want to buy off you versus everybody else that's selling your thing or a very similar thing from another company? Personal branding is your biggest asset. So please don't skimp on this. If you're building a business on social media and you want to use modern social media strategies to do that, which is what we do here, then you really want to think about this, and sometimes you need to reevaluate. Some of you might have a brand in place, but do you need to reevaluate that brand? Do you need to actually change your wording and update it and things like that? So this is what we're going to talk about on today's live. Just a couple of reminders. So welcome. If we haven't met before, my name's Helen Martin. I'm your online crew captain. This is just a bit of fun for our crew here, our community of home-based business owners, direct sellers, social sellers, entrepreneurs, and you really want to use the internet. As long as you've got an internet connection, you can use modern social media strategies that find the people that you need to buy whatever it is that you have and build a team. Who wants that? Who doesn't want more of that? More customers and more people to fill your teams with, so you can actually generate the income that you've always wanted, to live the life that you've always wanted. But we've got to have some foundational pieces as to how you show up on social media. Okay, so hold that thought for a second. 2 reminders. Clubhouse was an awesome discussion yesterday on headlines, attention grabbers, giving you heaps of examples of what to say and what to write on social media. So if you've missed that live or you haven't caught the replay, go and listen. You can do that anytime. All you need to do is just have your phone by your side and just listen to the replay. Amazing training. So well done, everybody that was involved with that for that Clubhouse discussion yesterday. Tomorrow, I want to share with you that I'm I'm going to be broadcasting a special masterclass on personal branding. So this time tomorrow, I'm going to be broadcasting that. I will actually physically be on an aeroplane myself. I'm shooting into a different state, into Australia, for less than 24 hours. But I've got to get up at 5 o'clock tomorrow morning, get myself to the airport, get on a plane, go to a luncheon, go to a couple of meetings in the afternoon and evening, and then I fly back home the next day. But what I want to do for you guys is schedule this special personal branding masterclass. So don't miss that tomorrow. Okay. So who's here? I just want to say hello. Hello to everyone watching on Instagram and to Facebook and my group. Hello, Cherie. Hello, Facebook user, whoever that is. Hello, Olive. Good to see you on. We've got Joanne. We've got Dan. Dan, I just answered a couple of questions of yours in the coaching community. I gave you some feedback on your freebie. If you haven't seen that yet, go and check it out. Hello, Faye. We've got Cherie, which I've said hello to. We've got Beth. That is true. Hello, Laurie. How are you? True. I didn't create what I'm selling. I haven't created anything but chaos. I'm glad you put a ha-ha on the end of that. That's true. Me. Hi, Merla. How are you? It's Donna again. Hey, Neveline. Good to see you on. Okay, so let's continue this discussion, and I want you to look at this from two different angles. Because it depends how you're showing up and where you're showing up on social media. So how many of you are just on your personal profile? That's all you do. So you don't have a business page or a group or something like that. And I also want to know if you've got more than that. So just let me know in the comments, like personal profile and a page, personal profile and a group, personal profile, business page and a group. Like, let me know where you're at, because the advice that I'm giving you here about the number one mistake is going to be different depending on what you're doing. Okay, so I'm going to make a distinction between those two because it depends where you're showing up on social media as to what the number one mistake is. Okay, now I will remind you, if you are only on a personal profile, be careful. It can be done. I'm sure you've got lots of leaders in your companies that only build on a personal profile and they're breaking the rules here, there, and everywhere, but they've never been shut down. But just please know in the back of your mind that it is actually against Facebook policy to actively build a business on your personal profile. It's wrong. It's against their policies. And if you're blatantly spammy about it, then good luck with that, somewhere down the line, because it is against the policies to build a business on a personal profile. However, can you create curiosity about what you do? Yes, you can. Can you tell stories and share testimonials about a problem that you had and something you took that helped you solve that problem? And, if you've got the same problem, reach out to me. Can you do all of that? Of course you can. So work out and get some training around what's right and wrong if you're only building on your personal profile. Okay? Very, very important. So I'm just checking in with you guys. So we've got personal profile, 2 business pages, personal profile and a page, personal profile and a business page, personal and a business page, both personal profile, business page and a group, personal profile, business page, and connected with our team page. So I'm not talking about team pages. This is your branding, but thank you for sharing, Joanne. Personal profile and business page. So a lot of you here have got more than one thing, but I am going to separate them. Okay. So just listen up as to what's relevant to you. So on a personal profile, your biggest mistake with personal branding on a personal profile is that no one really knows who you help or what you do. So how many of your personal profiles could I have a look at? If I scrolled your personal profile, and I mentioned this the other day, if any of you picked this up, if I scrolled your personal profile and I didn't know you, what would I learn about you that relates to your business? Remember, we're talking about personal branding to build your business on social media. Okay, you've got to get strategic. You've got to be smart about what it is that you're sharing on social media and how often and all those things to let people learn things about you. So you might think you're building on social media, but you are not building on social media on a personal profile if I can't learn by scrolling your personal profile that you are interested in some kind of topic. Like, is that health and wellness? Is that weight loss? Is that skincare? Is that finance? Is that multiple streams of income? Is that business opportunities? Like, what would I learn if I scrolled your personal profile. Now, a lot of you, it would be one, you probably don't post enough. Two, it's probably maybe family stuff. Well, okay, good. They're a mum or they're a dad or they're a grandma or, something like that. They've got kids or grandkids or something. Okay, great. What are you sharing that lets me know what it is that you have a passion around or that you're selling? Like, how far would I have to scroll to learn about you that you've actually got a side business, that you're actually interested in health and wellness? So when you do put a recommendation up, when you're excited about the next company promo and you do put a post up, that it's not left of field. Does that make sense? So when you're constantly, like if you've got a, say, a health and wellness company and they come out with a new product and you're all excited about that and you share something about that, but you've never really shared anything about health and wellness around that for like 6 months, it's like, that's weird. They're trying to sell something. People see straight through that. So your personal brand, it helps people learn what it is that you do and who you help. And so when people walk down the street and see you and then I was like, oh, there's Helen, she builds something online and she's interested in health and wellness because I know she teaches a class at the gym and sells collagen and stuff like that. Like what would people know about you? So if you're only on your personal profile, do you see how this personal branding thing is just so important? Because how can you sell more stuff or rely on selling like more on social media if nobody knows who you help or what you help them with? So this is where we come down to, what I talk about the 5 content buckets. What do you want people to know about you, and stick to those 5 content buckets? So for me, family. A lot of you know that I have a husband called Paul and two boys called Zach and Ollie. They're teenagers. Yes, Zach rides motorbikes and ends up in hospital. Some of you would have seen that on my personal profile. It was Ollie's birthday on the weekend. Like, there's things that you would know about my family if you look at my personal profile. If you look at my personal profile and you scroll for a while, you would also learn there's something to do with entrepreneur, building business online, home-based businesses, multiple streams of income. I'm always learning. I was like 2 weekends ago, I was learning about podcasting. I want to create a podcast. Like, there's so much you would learn about me from my personal profile. If you keep scrolling, oh, she teaches a class at a gym. Oh, she hasn't taken her supplements while she was celebrating her 50th and now she feels like crap. And this is the result of it. Like, you learn things about me by what I put on my personal profile. Go scroll it and learn things about me that you don't maybe know about me. Those of you that are connected to me, like, friend request me and just follow along. What would I learn about you? If it's just that you're a wife or a grandma or a mum or auntie, whatever, if that's all people are really seeing, how are people going to know that you can help them with their skin or their weight or whatever it is that you help people with? Am I making sense? So your number one mistake on like a personal profile is not sharing enough about, and not sharing enough value, and not sharing enough thoughts and vision and inspiration about what it is that's important to you for people to get to know. She's into health and wellness, or she's into multiple streams of income, or you know where I'm coming from? So some of you need to really think about the content that you're putting on your personal profile to get more eyeballs on you. So when you do get excited about something and you post something, generally written in a story-based, curiosity-based way, people are not skeptical that you're just trying to sell them something. Because when you don't share enough, and then you do get excited about something and you put it on your personal profile, people see straight through it and they know you're just trying to sell them something. So earn yourself some influence, earn yourself some credibility. So then when you do recommend something, people are like, oh, I might ask her about that because I know she knows a little bit, or he knows a little bit about that. You don't share anything about that. Just people get skeptical rather than curious. Am I making sense for a personal profile? Okay. Have a think about that and have a think about your content. Let's shift and pivot for a minute to a business page in a group if that's relevant to you. The number one mistake I see, and trust me, after doing 27 rounds of my branding course, And we're starting next week again. You work with me for almost 4 weeks to sort out your brand, how you're showing up, where you're showing up, all that kind of stuff. Details are above if you want to look at that. And coaching community members, you get an automatic $50 discount for that. So make sure you got the discount code. It's in the group. Okay. But if you want to learn more about branding and get this sorted out once and for all, then join me on the branding course next week. The details in the description above. Okay. So let's pivot to a business page or a group. And the number one mistake, and I've seen it all. I've seen it all. And I've seen the struggle that people go through with the weeks that I work through them in the branding course, is you're not specific enough about who you help and what you do. So it's the same problem, but it's just a little bit different because you can be really specific on a business page and a group. And here's what I see majority of the time. I help people get healthier. I help people lose weight so they feel great. I help people look younger longer. How the hell are you going to stand out from the crowd with that kind of wording? So you think you're branding, but you're not really branding, and you have to fight through everybody else that's teaching the same thing. So who specifically do you help? And what specifically do you help them with? Not generally. So 99% of the time, the most issue I see on business pages in groups is that you're just way too general. And no one really knows if you can help them when they're general. If people are confused about what you do, they're gone. And they've gravitated to somebody that they do know that can help them, because social media is way too busy. So if you're in something like health and wellness or online businesses or finance or whatever it is for you, or skincare, pick some things to get specific with and get really, really super laser focused with that and get some influence. Then grow, then grow, then grow. Get broader as you grow. But you need to make your mark with something that you are really, really good at, you're really, really helpful with, you've got heaps of value and tips and strategies around, and that's what people know you for. Get known for that and make it different to what everyone else is doing. Pick your thing and get really good at it. Don't have a brand that's the same as everyone else's brand. How are you going to stand out from the crowd? Unless you've got pink hair and earrings everywhere and people are just shocked by you. I don't know. I hope this is getting through to you, because you don't want to underestimate the whole branding piece in building on social media, because you just waste time. And I see people do it all the time. And I hear people say, oh yeah, I do need to sort out that branding thing. Or when I get a bit more money, I'll join your branding course. And it's like, you're just delaying the inevitable. And like a year later, they're no further because they haven't sorted out their branding to get the right audience. You can't attract the right people to you unless you have a very specific message to people about who you help and what you help them with. And there's an art to sort of thinking about that. Who's been through my branding course that can testament to how difficult it is to coming up with the right message and the right wording and the right graphics that go with it and the whole bit? Who can share in the comments that they've been through that before? And it's bloody difficult. But if you don't, think of the consequences. How long do you want to take sorting out this online thing? Yeah, you can go and learn Reels. You can go and learn TikTok. You can go and learn content creation. You can go and learn it all. But unless you've got a solid brand behind it, it doesn't mean squat. Because people don't know who you do or what you help. Who you do or what you Did you just catch what I just said? Who you do or what you help. You know what I mean. What you do or who you help. Okay. And there's an art to working this out. So if there's ever a time to sort out once and for all, come and join me next week on my branding course. Well, for almost 4 weeks actually. And let me help you work through this, because it is really difficult. And I can testament to the people that have gone through the course that it's a real work in progress and it never stops. You'll evolve. And the more influence you get, I do recommend rebranding and getting more specific, but get really good at one thing first. Because if you are all things to all people, but there's someone with thousands and thousands of followers more than you, and they're all things to all people, guess which way they're probably going to go? They're probably going to go with the person with the more influence rather than you, because you don't have the success yet. And, it's just the way it is. Success breeds more success. How many people do you look up to in your company, your uplines, your mentors, and they just keep getting more successful and you're still struggling? So you need success. You need wins under your belt. You need progress. So then you can talk about your wins, you can talk about your progress, and then people respect you more when you're doing the do and you're getting the success. And then that success breeds more success. Personal branding is, so there's that, but personal branding is about helping people. It's about people knowing how you can help them and who you help. So you don't have to have huge success to start building a personal brand, but you want to get started because you are competing against everybody else in this industry, not only in your same company, but in the same field. Like, how many health and wellness companies are out there that have very similar products? Why do they go one way or the other? Because you're cool. You're helpful. You're valuable. You're showing up in a way where people want to listen to you because they know how you can help them. Do you have that at the moment? Or do you have enough of that at the moment? This is just critical. Okay. Checking on a few comments. I feel like I struggle with that. So I'm not sure who mentioned that because it just says Facebook user. But whoever that is, you would not be alone. Most people struggle with this. I've mentored heaps of students and I look at their, and they might be doing all the things. You might be doing live videos, you might be doing reels, but there's absolutely no established brand behind it all. So they're just wasting time on social media. So there is a process that you need to sort of work through. Me, says Sandra. Merlin, you've been there. It's kind of painful. Joanne, I've been doing foot pain on my biz. I explain how that X affects them, what it is, and what they need to do or try. Okay, so you're just sharing what you're being specific, so people know what you can help them with. Oh my, it's painful and so worth it. Terry's still struggling. It does take a bit to get the right branding, but so needed. And, for those of you that have sort of been around the block for a while, I would encourage you to think of rebranding if you think you need to, if you're not getting much traction. Maybe you're just blending in with everyone else that's branding in a similar way. Like, it's really something that you want to look in the mirror, because there's two things. Those who know me well, what are the two things I dislike the most? Put them in the comments. What does Helen Martin dislike the most in life? Well, mainly business. Let me put it business-wise. What is it? Who knows me well? I'm still working on it. You're getting there. I don't get any comments. So you've got to earn engagement, Joanne. And if you're not getting any comments, two things to think about around that. One, there's always someone watching, even though you don't. So don't gauge that. There are people that message me that tell me, I've been watching you for months and I don't even know who they are. There's always someone watching. Don't ever believe that there's not. There's somebody watching you. There's probably people watching you, Joanne, and you have no idea. So someone's always watching. So be careful if you gauge everything by comments. Yes, you want comments, you want engagement, because that's what drives the algorithm to send your content out to more people. And if more people are seeing your stuff and it's good stuff, then everything grows from there. So someone is always watching. The other thing is what people want to hear? Is that, have you got enough combination of content? Like, something's missing. If no one ever comments, like you haven't got to the right crowd yet, or your audience just isn't big enough. So one of the things we need to consider with branding is, okay, you can have an amazing brand and you can have an amazing business page with all the right things on it. But if you're not growing your audience, if you're not on a personal profile friend requesting new people all the time, and you're not building up your network on your business page all the time, then you're talking to the same people. And if those same people aren't the right people, then you're not going to get comments. Like, there's so many things to work through to make this whole social media branding thing work. So there's lots to consider around that, Joanne. So worth it. Absolutely, Merla. Oh, what did I just do to my comments there? Beth, it is difficult, but when you get it, you really get it, and everything comes together. And I'm rebranding again, probably for about the third time, I think, for Beth, because I found my passion. And this is what it's all about. It's about you evolving and growing and having something of your own. What I see often in social media is you grasp onto somebody that you like or you learn from, and you just copy them. So I would really encourage you to sit with this whole branding thing. If you want my help, come and join me next week in the branding course so I can actually truly help you get to, where you want to go, because I can ask you questions that you're not even thinking about yet. That's the beauty of having a mentor. Okay, but this branding thing will make or break your whole social media presence, the content creation, the mix of your content, the type of content, what you're writing, how you're doing it, just the whole mix of what we sort of talk about is just crucial. And the two things, did anyone get it? Who were the two things? Did I miss the comments? I don't know if anyone put it in the comments. Yeah, okay. Some of you got it. Wasting time and money. I don't know about you guys, but I hate wasting time on social media, and I don't like wasting money, and I've wasted plenty of that. How about you? There's got to be somebody else watching that's bought a whole lot of courses and you've never opened them. Done all of that, still do it, because I'm a learning junkie. I'm sure some of you are learning junkies. Social media is a minefield, and you can go on and on and on and on and never learn everything there is to learn about social media. So you can spend your whole time just learning and getting nowhere. That's not what I'm about. It's not what you would want to follow me for. It's not what I want to teach you. I want you to get results. So you don't want to waste time, and you certainly don't want to waste money. So invest your money in good things like sorting out branding and getting the foundation. And then if you've done that, but you need to revisit it, then revisit it. Because if you're not getting the results that you want, something's not right. And social media is one of those things where the months and the years can go by and you're not achieving what you want to achieve. Don't be that person. Dial in. What am I doing? Who am I talking to? Who am I helping? What's the value that I'm putting out there? What's my content creation out there? Okay, I've evaluated that. I'm not getting any comments. I'm not getting any results. Okay, how can we pivot and shift it? I just need to stop talking. Clearly, I need to stop talking. But you can tell I'm really passionate about this because I hate seeing people, including myself, been there, done that, wasting time and wasting money on social media. So don't go there. If things aren't working, just work it out. And those of you just on a personal profile, again, are you sharing enough? What are people learning about you? You can't expect to sell more stuff or get people interested in what you have if they don't even know what you do. And on a business page, specificity is or a group, or Instagram. Specificity is what's going to help you stand out from the crowd and get some people to follow you and love you and then recommend you to other people. And you will thrive on that. You know what it's like when you get some results. It fuels you to do more and do better, doesn't it? And on the reverse side of that, it's just crap. And then you don't feel like doing anything because nothing's working. And then you stop going live, and then you stop posting, and the 10 steps forward that you took, now you just took 50 steps back because you're feeling sorry for yourself because nothing's working on social media. Okay. Your responsibility is to sort that out. You've got to start with branding. So for those of you that need the help, details are above in the description. I'll put them in the description of Instagram. Come and join me and spend almost a month with me in the branding course. It is round 28. 28 times I will be doing that. And also tomorrow, I'm doing the special masterclass on branding as well. So make sure you catch that. Okay. So I've talked long enough. You can just see how important I think it is, because this is my journey. Okay. So a couple of comments. Facebook user, yes, it will make or break you. It will help you when it comes to writing for your page. Thank you so much, Helen. You're welcome, Cherie. You're talking to me about stepping back 10 paces. I'm not sure who left that comment, but I'm sure you're not the only one. I'm sure there was other people that can relate to that. Just take responsibility for it and just work out what it is that you need to. But you've got to stand out in this social media world, because otherwise you just blend in with everyone else and nothing's really going on, and you're not getting much from your content, and you're not getting the comments and the engagement. Therefore, no one's seeing your stuff, and it's only the friends that comment every day that then sees your stuff, because that's how the algorithm works. And you spend months and years trying to work out this social media stuff, and nothing's really working. So you got to get the branding stuff, and then you got to have patience. You do have to have patience. It doesn't happen overnight. You've got to earn the right for people to engage with you, comment with you, and for you to gain influence, over your audience. That does take time. But when you're dialed in, and those that have worked out their branding, they know this. When you've got it dialed in, the content just flows. The things just fall into place, and it's a beautiful thing. Okay, so do your business a favor and make sure you sort out the branding piece. Okay, so thank you for being on live with me and listening to me sort of talk about this. I hope something got through to you, either for your personal profile or your business page or a group, regarding how important this is. And don't forget, if you want some help with that, that is above. Check out the details, the links above. But coaching community members, you do get a $50 discount. So make sure you get the discount from the coaching community group if you want to join. Okay, I will talk to you soon. Bye.